Hey everyone, thanks for checking out Armatis Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing the Phone Skope optic mount so you can take a photo or video with your cell phone, your GoPro, using your binoculars, your spotting scope, anything like that. So let's check it out. Okay, so the first thing we want to go over is the device mount, which is the piece that will hold your cell phone or your GoPro to capture the video or the pictures of your subject. You also have the optic mount, which can attach to your binoculars, your spotting scope, telescope, microscopes, binoculars, rangefinders, all kinds of stuff. The one that I have is a universal U1 adapter. This allows me to attach this to pretty much any kind of optic that will fit within this kind of ocular piece right here. This yellow piece right here turns and allows you to clamp these little arms down onto the eyepiece of your binoculars or your spotting scope or whatever. I did just recently get these Vortex Diamondback binoculars that I've also used with it, which was great. And I'll put video of the footage I captured using those that spotting scope and those binoculars to capture some footage. So I'll put that in the video so you can kind of see what that looks like. Now keep in mind the clarity of the footage is mostly due to the optic I'm using. You know, the spotting scope, it's a very cheap spotting scope. And it's not representative of the phone scope because the phone scope doesn't capture any of the footage. It just aligns the devices up properly to capture that video so that it's all lined up. So if it's not great clarity, it's not the phone scope, it's what I'm using. It's the spotting scope and the binoculars I'm using. This is the cheap spotting scope I was using initially. It's a Winchester WT-541. Like I said, my buddy lent it to me just to do the review because I don't have my own spotting scope yet. That's something I'll be getting in the future. But you can also use it with binoculars, so that's cool. So the way this works, I'm going to show you on the spotting scope first. So you first want to kind of get this mounted onto the spotting scope, whatever optic it is you're using. Tighten it down with the yellow kind of turn wheel here. Get that pretty snug, don't go too hard. I don't think you'd really break anything, but just, you know, don't push it. And then there's a little yellow tab right here that you can push. And sometimes mine doesn't want to go in, so I don't know if it just isn't lined up or what. So I have to kind of, there we go. So that went in. So now actually that should be sticking out like toward the yellow turn wheel if it's locked. That way it just won't, when you're putting the phone on in the mount, it won't spin that yellow disc, that yellow wheel. So the way it works, this is a Samsung Galaxy Note 5. Put this in the mount, snaps into place there, and then I can put it on. You line up. There are some little tabs here. You line up with the yellow tabs on the turn wheel, and it'll go on. Now, I've had some experiences. It's been kind of hard to get my phone to stay a horizontal position and have everything have it zoomed in correctly and everything and make it look real nice. Usually I have to have my phone kind of cockeyed or even up like this. But yeah, it takes a little bit of finicking, a little bit of messing around to try and get exactly how you want. So typically when you turn this on, you'll get a black ring around your image. And that's just because the camera isn't perfectly centered in the sight picture and the optic, you know. So it's going to get a little bit of that ring around the image. Just like if you're looking through a rifle scope or something and you don't have your eye relief just right, you'll see a little bit of a circle. Same thing. And you can usually very easily eliminate that by just zooming in with your phone or whatever it is you're using to capture the video. Just zoom in a little bit to where that vignetting is gone. It zooms in your picture a little bit, but it's usually a pretty good trade-off. So just to kind of give you an idea, here's kind of that black outline around the image I was talking about. You'll see that a lot, and you can rotate the camera, and it'll zoom in and out a little bit, and then you can sometimes tap on the screen and zoom in. But this is a spotting scope, and it's way too close, so it's not going to get an image for you. But that's how it typically mounts on your spotting scope. And then I'll put it on the binoculars, kind of give you an idea what that looks like. And so when you're taking this off, you just want to make sure to hold the black optic mount, and then just turn this, and that comes off. If you leave it on, if you don't hold onto this, it's just going to turn this whole thing, the whole like zoom ring for the spotting scope. So and then you just push that button in, unlock it, turn this counterclockwise just a little bit, and it comes right off. All right, so I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put the optic mount on the eyepiece of my binoculars. First, I have to, kind of screw the yellow piece out so that these little arms in here, and I'll do a close-up picture of that. So those little arms in there kind of open up so that it'll fit over the eyepiece. Okay, so that's how it looks now. And then you just kind of hold on to that. Turn that yellow disc clockwise just a little bit to tighten it down. That's on there pretty snug. Push that button in so that it kind of locks that down. Okay, and then you take your phone, throw it on, and now it's on there. Now, the phone's pretty heavy, and since it's so off center, it almost always, on these two devices I've tried, the phone will turn the whole eyepiece if it's turnable, you know, for zoom, for focus, anything like that. So that's what I was saying, you kind of have to finick with it and see how you like it. You might have to have this more of in a portrait mode, vertically, so that it doesn't do that. Okay, so you kind of got a picture like that, and you guys aren't able to see very well. I'll show you. I'll do some B-roll footage to show you kind of what it looks like through the binoculars. But yeah, you can set up like that. See, I kind of got a little more horizontal. I messed with it a little bit. It's a little bit better, and you could still look through this eyepiece if you needed to, if you wanted to. I don't think you would, so I usually just leave that cap on, and then just look through this if I'm going to be capturing something. Now, obviously, when you're holding this freehand, it's going to be kind of shaky, so excuse the shaky footage when I roll that over this footage. So they also do have a universal phone mount. If they don't have your specific phone listed on their device selection list, they do have a universal phone mount that basically has kind of an adjustable grip for the sides of your phone, and then for the length as well to line up your phone with the optic hole. So you can get that. And then they can also make custom adapters for you as well. So if you have some weird device they don't have anything even close to being listed, you can give them dimensions for your optic and stuff, and they can make a custom adapter for you to fit on there. So that's pretty cool. They can do that for you. Phone Skope's products also have a lifetime warranty. So if something breaks, something stops working, you can give them a shout out, and they will take care of you and get that taken care of. So that's always nice to know. Lifetime warranty, something happens, it's taken care of. Also, these products are made in the USA. They're not made overseas. So always gotta love being able to get a good product at a good price made in the USA. All right, I know what you're all asking, because I was wondering the same thing. Do they work for rifle scopes? No, not currently. They don't. The reason being, from my understanding, is because of the eye relief needed for rifle scopes. Usually you need about 2 to 3 inches of eye relief, something like that, to get a good sight picture, and these don't accomplish that. So last I heard, they were developing something like that. Whether or not it actually happens, maybe there's too many complexities. I can't imagine how complex it is to develop something for that. But last I heard, they're working on it, so we'll see if they come out. If so, that would be awesome. Could you imagine being able to capture the shot that you took to capture that deer or something? It'd be great. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is a cool product? Is this something you think you would use? I don't do a ton of hunting yet. I do muzzleloader, black powder hunting with my dad. So I'm not really in the rifle game for hunting right now. So let me know what you guys think. Let your voice be known down in the comments below. Let me know if this is a cool product, if it's something you'd be interested in. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe if you want to see future content. I'm going to have links in the description below to my social media pages and the product pages, so check those out. Keep on shooting, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time.